What do we want?
Citizenship reform.
When do we want it?
Now.
Today we launch 11 days of activity right here in Congressman McCarthy's office to send a strong message highlighting two specific things. One, there's a moral crisis in this country. No longer are we willing to live under a system that separates millions of families on a daily basis. More than 1,100 families every day are deported. No longer are we willing to live under a system where over 400 people a year die trying to cross the desert, searching for the American dream. No longer are we willing to live in a system where 11 million people in this country that are undocumented live daily with the system of fear. Secondly, we're here to highlight through these 11 days that there is a real political consequence for Representative McCarthy, Majority Whip McCarthy, to pay if he does not act as soon as possible on immigration reform.
Woo! Yeah.
This, for Congressman McCarthy, this is his Proposition 187 moment. He can make a decision to embrace immigrants, to embrace the future of this country, to embrace the fastest growing electorate in America, and support comprehensive immigration reform with the path to citizenship, or he can choose to be a part of the past. So today our message to Congressman McCarthy is very clear. We demand a vote on citizenship now, and for the next 11 days we are going to be in your district registering voters, talking to voters about where you stand. We're going to be praying, we're going to be fasting, and more importantly, we're going to be acting. We demand a vote on citizenship, and we demand it now.
That I was really thankful for having both my mother and my father sitting next to me for one more Thanksgiving. And while I was sitting there giving thanks for having them there, I realized that this isn't something that I should be thankful for, because separation of families should never be something that we think about during Thanksgiving. And as I was sitting there enjoying my Thanksgiving with my family, I know that a few blocks down from my house in the same neighborhood, a family sat with an empty chair, and that a dad was missing because he was deported 2 weeks prior to Thanksgiving. This family, who has been in this country for generations, who are contributing members of society, who their kids went on to, they have 4 of their children in college, and who also have small children, should not bear the brunt of a broken immigration system. This has been a campaign for years because we have known that this separation of families has been occurring for a long time. Congressman McCarthy needs to stop closing the doors to his constituents and listen to our pain, because our pain is real and we need real solutions. We want our congressional representatives to pass a comprehensive immigration reform bill with a path to citizenship now. When?
Now!
When?
Now!
We want our Congress to pass H.R. 15 just the way it is written and proposed. For the past 10 months, our local coalition members and leaders have organized over 50 events here in McCarthy's district trying to get his attention, and for the past 10 months, we continue to be pushed aside, ignored, and labeled as, quote, outsiders. I, along with many more of McCarthy's constituents, have attended all of these events, and we have been locked out of his office. On November 20th, our coalition organized a 24-hour fast in front of the Liberty Bell here in Bakersfield. There were 13 fasters, all of them local, and they were all McCarthy's constituents. They sacrificed for 24 hours to demonstrate to the community that we will do whatever it takes to get immigration reform passed. The 13 fasters came here to deliver a letter to McCarthy, and they were dismayed by the reactions of his staff. They literally ran to the door and locked it. They got on their knees, turned off the lights, and crawled around on the ground to avoid the fasters? What kind of respect is that? Congressman McCarthy, we are here today, and we will be here for the next 11 days until you give us a vote for immigration reform. Sí se puede.
Sí se puede.
McCarthy, don't duck and hide. Don't duck and hide.
Don't duck and hide.
We're here today to tell Congressman McCarthy, to tell Speaker John Boehner, that it's time that they do their job. Congressman McCarthy is not representing the San Joaquin Valley. I, along with thousands of farm workers and constituents, we expect Congressman McCarthy to urge a vote and to ensure a vote on immigration reform. All the members of the Congress from the San Joaquin Valley, both Democrats and Republicans, have supported comprehensive immigration reform. Only Congressman McCarthy is not representing the agricultural industry here of the San Joaquin Valley. Only Congressman Kevin McCarthy is not representing the Valley constituents. Only Congressman McCarthy is not representing the state of California. We want Congressman McCarthy to have a vote now on immigration reform. We expect that of the Republicans. We as constituents expect that they will fix the broken immigration system as the Senate Democrats have already decided to do. Si se puede.
Representative McCarthy, he is the man who can call for a vote in Congress now. On Representative McCarthy, on your shoulders stands this dishonesty, their suffering, and the anxiety of the many employers, the growers, who need workers to pick their crops, and the many employers who actually want to hire people in a legal and fair way. Your dishonesty, by not declaring the truth, causes anxiety and suffering for all of those. There is a growing call in America for justice, to bring these people out of the shadows. Mr. McCarthy, we know that you and the Congress intend in a few short days to declare an adjournment. We will not adjourn. The demand for justice will not adjourn. The demand to bring these people out of the shadows and treat them fairly will not adjourn. The demand for a fair vote and democracy will not adjourn. Mr. McCarthy, we will not allow your conscience to adjourn until you help call for a vote to bring justice to the immigrant workers of California and the nation.
Congressman McCarthy, you've heard the speakers today. Our message is loud and clear. We have in front of us two beautiful ducks. We're going to be leaving these ducks in front of your office. You are probably the only congressional representative in California right now who has locked his door during business hours.
Congressman McCarthy, please accept these ducks.
No is not an option. We are not going anywhere. We're going to be back here every day until you bring a vote for citizenship to the United States Congress. The economy demands it. Families demand it. Over 73% of your constituents, both Republicans and Democrats, support comprehensive immigration reform with the pathway to citizenship.
Congressman McCarthy, what do we want?
Immigration reform.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Immigration